Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and thank you for joining us at the iRacing Xfinity Series Sunday night race at the fabulous Auto Club Speedway located in Fontana, California on a 70-degree night. Expecting to have a lot of good fun out here. These guys are going to be quick, going to be washing tires. Joined by my colleague Christian Clark over here. Christian, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Ready to watch another exciting race here at Auto Club Speedway.
Beautiful, I am as well. Making this the Golden State 220, so it'll be 110 laps. Stage breaks will be at 15:45, and then we go to the end. Christian, I believe we have a pre-race interview. Oh,
We do. We got David White in here. He runs the
Yeah,
26 truck, races for TRN Racing. How you doing tonight, man?
good man, good. Yeah, my bad. I just saw your message there. I didn't even know I was doing this tonight, but yeah, no, I kind of suck around here, so we'll see what I do. Hopefully, I won't run into the back of anybody this week like I did Christian here last week. Other than that, though, I'm looking forward to it. Had a bunch of fun for the birthday yesterday, and so now we'll try to get a win. Either way, just have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Happy belated birthday, man.
Appreciate it, man.
So have you been running a lot of laps around here? Have you figured out
Oh,
your
no, no. I hopped on about 20 minutes ago, and yeah, I just was gonna kind of wing it like I normally do for the races. I'm just trying to figure out right now how I'm gonna do on the long run. It's kind of something I've struggled with all season, and yeah, I mean, just getting down low and being able to get on the throttle as soon as possible really helps with the times for sure. That's what I noticed in my qualifying session.
Yeah, for sure. This track is known for eating up your tires
Yeah.
there, but luckily you're part of the TRN. They're a good group of guys, and you guys
Yeah,
can work through your strategies together. And hopefully we see most of you guys up in the top five.
dude, I hope so, man. I appreciate it, guys.
Well, appreciate you being here, man. It's always good to talk to drivers before the race. So let's get into it. We're gonna be starting here. Got about a minute left before we start gridding, Blake.
absolutely, Christian. One thing I'm looking forward to here, we are two races out from the playoffs, with this being the second to last, with Texas being next week. It looks like, I believe, the top three will be locked in, if I'm not mistaken. And Texas, like I said, is going to be a fun way to go. So right there, I said our top three: Jordan Tross, Tom Ringer, Tyler Tomasi. And it's interesting, Christian, to me because Tomasi only has 7 starts compared to Jordan's 9. They're not too far off each other in points. They're already locked in. I'm not looking to see too much aggression out of these guys. Maybe Tomasi looking to get another win on that before we start the playoffs to kind of give him some momentum. What are you thinking?
Yeah, absolutely. Tyler Tomasi, he's a really good driver. He's fast. Really excels around those short tracks. That's kind of his bread and butter. But a track like this, I see him doing well. He can use his strategy, save some tires, and I'm looking to see him finish up there at the front of the pack.
Absolutely. I think he's going to put on a great show for us. And as we get to this lineup here in a minute, if you wouldn't mind doing the honors, but I'm looking forward to seeing who's starting where just to see exactly how hard some of these guys might be trying to push.
Yeah, I'm looking over here at some of these qualifying times. Man, they are close, close, close. Top five are all within a tenth of each other. So gonna be interesting to see where all these guys end at the end of the night.
Yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be a good one. The air temp outside, like I said before, is 70 degrees. Little wind, 6 mile an hour from the west. Nothing to worry about. Partly cloudy sky is going to make these tires feel real good, especially with it being this late at night. Excited to see how these guys run and get ready to grid here, and we'll start going through the lineup. Christian.
Absolutely. Here we go. We got all these guys. They are getting gridded on the field. We're looking here at our pole sitter. That's the 79 of Jordan Tross. He's been running really well this whole season. Currently sitting with number one in points as well. Starting on his outside is going to be the 27 of Brandon Hinton. That's your row one. Row two, we're going to be having the 68 of Tom Ringer, the 46 of Tyler Tomasi. Row three, you're going to have the 88 of Hunter Davis. And on his outside is going to be the 97 of Riley Duncan. Row four, we got the 26 of David White. That's who we just talked to this morning. Going to be keeping an eye on him. His outside is the 92 of Edwin Warren. We're looking at row five. We got the 69 of Todd Perrant. And on his outside is Stephen Willett. Row six got the 35 Monster Machine of Judson Curtis. He's got a good looking truck or car out there today. On his outside is the 60 of Brian Sosa. Row 7, you got the 40 of Tanner Honeycutt in that North Carolina car. And then we got the 20 of Daryl Whitford on his outside. Row 8 is the 54 of Cody McCormick. And then we got the 8 of Zach Reichel. Row 9, we got the 66 of Michael Eden. Glad to see Michael back on track. And then on his outside, we got the 3 of Sean Dion starting in 18th. Row 10, we got the 77 of Chris Wagner in that 19th position and the 67 of Charles Connor rounding up your top 20. And that's going to be everybody on track tonight. I'm glad to see a lot of these guys out here. Some people that don't race full time, but are good friends of the league.
Absolutely, Christian. I'm looking at this starting lineup here, and I'm seeing the top 3 in points right there with each other at the start of this race. I think it's going to make for an amazing start to this, just to see if these guys try to push away from the pack.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how that worked out. We got Jordan Tross sitting P1 in points, Tom Ringer sitting P2 in points, and Brandon sitting in third in points, and they're all sitting right there where they've been running consistent.
Yeah, and these guys put on a show for us last night. When you mentioned the 88 Hunter Davis, I just thought back to last night I was running there. He had a pretty dominating performance in that second stage for sure.
Absolutely, he ran quite a few laps last night there too, so we'll be interesting to see where he kind of falls in line here.
Absolutely, that's what a lot of these guys do. And that's what I like to see is their performance from one night changing a really good run on the second, just because they know exactly what they're expecting going from these trucks to the Xfinity series like they do.
Yeah, it's kind of get some good practice coming out here in the trucks the night before, running the same race. Come here tonight, going to be at the same racetrack, but the cars and the trucks are completely different animals. You can't run them the same as a lot of people might think.
No, absolutely. I'm looking for Tyler to play a big effect tonight. I think it's going to make it really interesting to see the different strategies these guys are going to take. Like I mentioned, every week Jordan's going to be playing a long game strategy for sure, like he always does, and normally it works out pretty well for him. So let's see some of these guys up here in front of them try to contain that.
Yeah, last night was a beautiful race. Had a nail-biting finish there. Looking to hopefully have the same situation tonight as we're coming out of turn 4, getting ready to go green.
Absolutely. I'm ready for these guys to put on the show as the pace car is in, green flag is up, drivers are entering the Geico restart zone, and away we go. Everybody staying tightly together as we're entering 1. Come through the middle of the corner, still looking at that 2x. Exit, a little bit of fanning out there in the middle there, but they're looking to keep her clean. This is going to be a good run by Jordan Trosh. He got a great start there. Looks like the pack stayed with him, but he looks like he's pushing ahead.
Yeah, you can already tell the difference here just on that first turn. The difference between the trucks last night and the cars tonight. We had a lot of 3 wides going on last night. You think we're going to see a lot of the same tonight?
I'm hoping for a lot of clean racing as it was before, as the 88 gets in the 26 a little bit there. I think it's going to be a really good show. These guys, especially having ran it last night, should be able to take from memory how they're going to run tonight and use it to their advantage, even though it is a little bit later race start, but I still think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and I feel like just like you called it, Jordan Tross, he's staying up there on that high line. It looks like he's off pace and he's losing a couple positions, but that's going to kind of go into his tire saving strategy as all them other guys take the faster low line.
And pay attention to number 4, Ed Reckamore.
No, Chris, absolutely is. We have a new leader of Thomas Ringer up here. Tyler Tomasi in second. Jordan is going to be playing that tire game. It's going to be fun watching these guys that are trying to catch up to him, figure out where they're going to go as Tomasi tries making the move to the outside, faking him, looking inside. Let's see if he tries to slide it up on him or if he keeps it down
we got a 3 wide going there back behind him.
Tomasi with the slide job. See if he can make it stick. I have a crossover coming out of 2. Sorry. Thomas Ringer with the crossback takes the move, takes the lead.
You got Edwin Warren in the 92. He's sniffing there around the 79, going to try and make a pass. like Earl brought up earlier, the 92, we often refer to him as Wreck 'em Warren because he kind of gets himself into some situations sometimes that are high risk, high reward, and sometimes they work out, and most of the time they don't. So, look at
That
him
was
Warren
pushing
close.
takes
that
it
That
three
three
was
wide.
wide. Look at him.
that was close. He kept it off him.
I've got some good clean racing coming up here. As long as he can hold his line. He's doing well sitting there right running three wide in the middle there. That's a tricky situation. If we're gonna push it three wide, I usually try to do what I can to get
Nope.
out of that middle position.
He came down a little too quick. Tapped the front end of the car behind him.
Yeah, or as they say, they'll have that on the big jobs. As we look at the new leader, Tyler Tomasi, coming out of 2. Oh, Jordan got a little loose there. I don't know if the
Thomas
27
Ringer.
of Brand Hinton was coming up on a quick run or what that deal was. Sorry, Christian, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, Thomas Ringer, he's not giving Tyler Tomasi any breathing room. If you look, he's only 1.5 tenths off of his pace. They're all getting away from that other pack there, but he's not letting up any.
Rerun on that high line, trying to take that momentum away coming out of the exit there. Looks like Tomasi was able to get a little corner speed entry better, and they're still sticking together pretty good, taking off from that pack, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah, absolutely. Earl, what are your predictions for tonight?
Wreck 'em Warren's gonna wreck.
Yeah, well, if you wanted to bet the over and under on that, I'd back out. So
We're looking at the pack starting to single file out here as everybody's getting the groove, getting their line, figuring out where they want to be, figuring out who's faster, who's slower, they're running with. So
So
hopefully
are
start to
those
see
two
these guys
guys
click.
up front burning up their tires?
They probably burned them up when they were racing side by side, Earl, on those crossovers and slides they were trying to pull. But I guarantee you now, with that little bit of gap they're getting, they're just running their line and trying to feel how much they got left. We're only 7 laps into this race. It shouldn't be too hateful.
yeah, only 7 laps in, but it seems everybody's kind of racing clean there, which is good to see. I don't think we made it 7 laps last night, so
We absolutely didn't make it 7 laps Friday night in the next gen series. I will say that.
yeah, the Friday night was. I had a lot of fun, but it was eventful. Is all I'm gonna say.
As Denny Hamlin would say of Joey Logano, it's short track racing.
That's your track racing. Yeah, man, look at all these guys. They're running close to each other as they line up up there on that top row.
I'm liking what I'm seeing. There's not too many differences in lines. These guys are kind of figuring which ones they like best. They're sticking to them. Not too much searching going around from what it looks like. Tomasi's gaining a little bit of ground as, of course, I say that Ringer starts catching up to him. But they're both looking at about a second and a half away from the third place car, Hunter Davis, and the rest of that pack.
Absolutely, but we have from top 5 all the way, or from the 5th position down to the 8th position. They're all running really close. As we look at Thomas Ringer here.
Looking maybe use a little bit of draft, use some momentum from that outside line, catch up to Tomasi. It looks like Tomasi's going to take the air from him here as he almost gets to the bumper. Chrome horn, if you will, Christian.
Yeah, absolutely. Running that super shiny Rat Fink racing car. His teammate last night won the truck race series, or the truck series race with Chuck Burley. He also raced for Rat Fink with Jordan Tross, Thomas Ringer.
He's gaining on him here a little bit. That outside line's working. I think Tomasi realized that and realized he needed to take the air, now take the draft off that backstretch. Try to keep him distance as he comes back up.
Yeah, this track being a 2-mile long track, that backstretch is quite long, and you can really take advantage of that draft off the car in front. Coming across the start-finish line, that's going to start lap 11. Going to leave us 5 laps until our first stage break, which is going to be at lap 15. That's going to be our first stage out of 2.
Oh, these guys are racing up here.
These guys know that the playoffs are just one race away, so they're going to be fighting to try and get as many points as they can. Stage points do matter. You can get a maximum of 10, and those 10 points can be huge.
Perfect slide job. Look for the crossover here. Unable to make it. Oh, that was close though. We're looking. These guys know that the stage end's coming. They're looking to try to get as much as they can, like you said, Christian. And I'm looking forward to seeing how these guys want to run, especially with it only being stage one.
Yeah, and if you look back here in 5th place, you got Judson Curtis. He looks like he's trying to make a move on the 27 of Brandon Hinton, trying to get a couple more spots, or at least one more spot to take advantage of some of them stage points. And look at that big group of cars back there Jordan Tross is stuck in the middle of.
And Jordan Trouse, Brian Sousa behind them. They might be trying to get that draft to work for them, getting a couple spots on that low side, that high side. You never know. They also could just be realizing that they have a little bit of a faster car, trying to catch up as much as they can. As we're going too wide here for the lead.
Man, that's too close to call right there.
I'm saying with these guys staying next to each other like this, it's going to let the third place car of 88 come up and possibly get a chance at the stage win here as he's running that low line, like clean air like that, as the bumper gets put to the 46.
Yeah, it's interesting to see right here. Top 3, top 4, top 5 actually are all different drivers from different teams. You have the leader, Tyler Tomasi. He races for Clark Reinbolt Racing. You have the Tom Ringer, who's in second. He races for Ratfink. Behind him, you have the 88. He races for TRN. Brandon Hinton races for his own team. It's Hinton Motorsports.
So they're fighting for the stage right here on this lap. There they go.
Yeah, absolutely. This is going to be the last lap before the stage. 88 drops down, makes a good move, taking second away from Tom Ringer.
And that was a clean move right there. That puts that dirty air right across that nose, gets you a little bit of time, get a little extra speed. Coming across the line, we have Tomasi. Gonna have a pretty decent lead out here on these guys. This is gonna be a great race to watch as we come to the caution for stage one.
Looking at your top 10 for stage one, you're going to have the 46 of Tyler Tomasi, the 88 of Hunter Davis, 68 of Thomas Ringer, Brandon hitting that in that 27, the 35 of Judson Curtis, 79 of Jordan Tross pulling up in 6th, and 7th is the 28 of Stephen Ouellette. Reckham Warren in that 92 and 8th. You got Tanner Honeycutt in 9th, and the 60 of Brian Sosa in 10th.
This is going to be a fun one, Christian. Thank you guys again for joining us for stage one. And we're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants, you're kidding.
You can ship your pants right here.
You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to DES iRacing Xfinity Series, as everyone's starting to go in the pits for this stage break pit stop. Christian, how do you think their tires are feeling after that, especially the top 4, the way they were racing at the end?
Yeah, I bet, no, go ahead, Herb.
I wish there was a way we can see their tire wear.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to be able to wait until they get out of the pits and then check on what their tires were showing. But I bet that they're probably all feeling a little bit normal. Um, it's really hard to tell. 15 laps here at Auto Club Speedway it can do some damage to your tires.
Oh, it looks like, is that the 46 at Tomasi or stage winner that's still in the pits?
Yeah, absolutely. That was Tyler Matthew. He's just now pulling back out. I'm not sure what happened there.
That was
He might have been taking extra fuel.
Looking at the 79 here, he's on the mic saying that he was still in the 90s in his tires. Wasn't that bad, but like you said, you called it. He's going to be running that long game.
Yeah, a lot of these guys came in for maybe right sides, definitely fueled, see if they can just try to push us as long as they can get. I mean, these tires, it sounds like they're still pretty fresh, the way that Jordan was explaining it over there on the radio for the race. And I think they're going to try to run this out to the next stage break, come in for another set, and that way they have plenty left for the end.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how the fuel strategy is going to work on this. I'm not sure what a full tank will get you here, how many laps, but tires is going to be your number one for sure.
All right, as we're coming around turn 1, lights in the pace car off. We got one more to go till green. See
Getting a
if this
good look
restart,
at
if we
some of these
can't,
good paints.
as I said, see if we can't get it on this restart. Inside look from the leader just to hear how he takes off.
'69 got a interesting paint scheme there. Running that Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball livery. Needs to be on the 92, coming in like a wrecking ball. I'm kidding, kind of. Anyways, here we go, coming in turn 3, getting ready to go green.
Absolutely, Christian. Like you said, as we're coming around turns 3 and 4, be looking for that pace car to drop.
We do got a new race leader at the 35, Judson Curtis.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, pace car is in. Drivers are in the Geico restart zone. Green flag is in the air, and stage 2 is away.
That's
We
always
keep
a
it
fun
together for
camera
turn
angle.
1.
I love watching that one.
I love that camera angles. We keep it together through turns 1 and 2. Top 3 looking to fan out a little bit, single file, as we got a couple 2 wides, 3 wides. Tyler Tomasi jumping way low there on the 8th, Zach Reichel.
Yeah, we just keep checking out on the 46 right now. He's currently sitting in which position is that? That is going to be 15th. I'm betting that he's going to make easy work of working his way back up to the front back there.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure he's playing the long game here, which is even longer than longer than Jordan's trying to play.
But then you got to think, is he going to play the long game as well and kind of just slowly? Ooh, we got a car getting squirrely down there. That's the 92 of Edwin Warren.
That was a way to enter back up on the track. Pushing almost 4 wide here is Tomasi and Cody McCormick are going after it. Jordan Trosh looking to keep the 60 of Brian Sosa behind him.
Got a 3 wide with the 54 pushing down onto the 92 and got the 69 on his outside. Let's see what they're going to do here. They're able to split off, and 92 is able to get in front of that 54. Man, they're close. Some close racing up there.
Are we actually on the 21st lap with no cautions?
As you say that,
Oh
Earl, the
my
67
gosh.
around.
Earl.
Oh no, Earl.
Earl. Hold your brake. Oh,
Oh,
man.
and into the 20.
Man, and that 20 just gets collected up into it. Can't hold your brakes, and that's what happens. Let's see what happened here.
20 let outside of the 67. Oh, I can't tell if the 28 tapped the wall. Maybe got a little loose there. Tried to keep it off the wall, but he goes down. 67 comes up, and that's where we are, it looks like.
Yeah, if we look at this again real quick, it doesn't look like the 28 actually hits the wall. It looks like you said, he's just trying to keep it off of the wall and misjudge how close the 67 was doing.
Or it could also just be because Earl said something. I mean, that might be all it was.
Yeah, Earl must have a magic button.
I'm thinking it's a skill issue.
Could be Earl. No, not everybody has the Earl superior driving skills.
Look like he just came down on him.
Yeah, I think he was just worried
One
that he
going
was going to
down,
hit
one
that
going
wall.
up. Yeah, so 20 might have been a little worried about hitting the wall, but you never know. You're not the one driving the car, of course.
Lap 23 of 110. We still got plenty of racing to go. So there are no faster pairs in the Xfinity Racing Series. So any damage that you get, you do have to get fixed.
Next stage break at 50.
Yeah, Earl stage brakes at 50.
45, I
Oh,
thought.
40. Yeah, it is 45.
Yeah.
I know there's a 5 in there somewhere.
You meant what we knew. But see, there it goes. It's stage 1 was at 15. Stage 2 is going to be at 45, and then after that, they're going to have to carry over until 110.
So we got one more race left in this season.
Before the playoffs start, yeah. Round of 8.
Yeah, correct. We got one more in the regular season there.
As we're looking at this, like you can see, I mean, of course, the top however many points you're going to look at are going to be towards the front, as it always goes. Just the consistent guys will be, of course, consistent. What I'm looking at here, especially in the middle, is Edwin Warren sitting at 14th in points, but he's currently up to 9th. He had a pretty good run going from there to see how him and the 54 Cody McCormick decided to race each other. Another one we got up there is Brian Sosa. If you look, I just lost him on the points. But he's up there as well. He has a chance to battle for it. Depends on how hard everybody wants to run. Be looking for Edwin to push a little harder, maybe in the Cody, with Cody sitting in 20th right now after his little hiatus. But I think McCormick's just going to go for wins as much as he can.
Yeah, and one thing I want to point out, looking at this points list, if you look at 1st through 8th, they're all sitting at over 1,000 laps ran, and then you look at Tyler Tomasi, and he's just over 800 laps ran. So he's been getting stage wins, getting a lot of stage points, and gotten a couple wins that's been able to put him up there.
Yeah, you know more than anything, these guys are going to always go for the win, but a lot of these guys just want to try to sneak in points so they can kind of almost be a silent champion, if you will.
Absolutely. You also have Judson Curtis, who's currently sitting in 3rd position. He's outside that coveted 8, but he's only about 20 points off from making playoffs, and he's sitting in 3rd right now.
Yeah, he's going to be looking for the win. He had a good run last night as well, so I'm looking to see him perform the same tonight, if not hopefully better, get another win.
Is Max racing tonight?
Yes, the 48 is, well, no, I don't believe that is. I think that's going to be Max's dad that's running tonight.
As the pace car is in, the drivers are approaching the Geico restart zone. Green flag is up, of course. Here we go, lap 24, going into 25 after the first caution of the race. Hunter Davis out to a commanding start there. That was a good start for him.
Yeah, that's a huge jump there for him. I bet he went as soon as he crossed that Geico restart line.
Absolutely. So it looks like Jordan moving up a little bit there on somebody behind him. Can't see exactly who that is.
Jetson Curtis and that 35 and that 27 of Brandon Hinton, they're fighting for position as well.
These guys will be looking to gain ground when they can. They're starting to realize that we have a potential for some pretty long runs here, so it's better to get position while you have better traction on those fresher tires.
At 26 trying to make the move, dropping low.
'54 McCormick looking for an inside run there on the 79 of Jordan Tross. Looks like Tross is just going to let him go by.
Jordan, let people go by.
Well, I'm sure you guys will hear about it after the Monday meetings.
Dixie dropping low. It looks like he was trying to make a pass on 92. Didn't work out for him. Tyler Tomasi back there fighting position.
Man, what I can say is some pretty cars on this track. Whoever doing the paint jobs on this car, these cars are doing an excellent job.
Absolutely. A lot of these guys do it themselves, so I know they take a lot of pride in just what they're able to put out as a product on track.
Looking at the 60 of Brian Sosa there. That's one of the paint schemes that you created, isn't it, Blake?
Absolutely. I know he was racing a Winn-Dixie scheme, and he was looking for some changes here and there, and he approached me with it. Now we're working on 2 more projects, and it's good to see him running up here as well as he is in the top 10 right now, as he just passes the 92 Edwin Warren.
It's Edwin Warren. He does all the paint schemes for his own team, which is PRN Racing. He does a pretty good job on getting all their cars knocked out and getting them ready each week for the races.
That almost looked like Todd Tomasi saying, I'm going to push as much as I can, and Jedson Curtis saying, hey, you guys can have it. I'm going to go ahead and save.
So the Vaseline boys are back?
They were back in full stride last night. I think we only have 2 of them tonight. McCormick with a run on the 46. This is going to be fun.
I imagine here Tyler Matthews probably not going to fight him too hard. He's thinking more about his tires than he is that position. Let one car be one car. Probably going to just make the 54 work hard to get that position anyways and burn up some tire.
Absolutely. The more of your enemy you can burn up tires of early, the better. Especially when it's somebody like Cody who can put together a really strong long run.
Yeah, and as you say that, Cody kind of scrapes that wall coming into turn 3, or turn 2 rather.
At this point, we're 2 broadcasters for 2 on almost having a jinx. So I won't bring up any more drivers personally for any good driving anymore.
There we go. Yeah. At least that one wasn't bad. Could have been worse.
I should have said he can put together some really good long runs as long as he's not near a wall.
We did have the number 6, the 66 Michael Eden was out here running and was happy to see him on track. He's now currently 21 laps down, so I'm not sure if he had to leave or what happened, but sure was good to see him out here on track again.
Yeah, and the other guys that are laps down are the 2 that were involved in that solo caution we had so far in lap 21. So it's good to see most of this field still running pretty strong together on the lead lap.
I'd hate to try and jinx this race here, but I have a feeling that tire wear is going to be extremely difficult here trying to save these tires because we're going to do a lot of green flag laps tonight.
Absolutely. A track that's fast, a track that's wide, and a track that these guys can easily figure out within a few laps from start is is going to make for a pretty clean race, and I hope to see this play out, make the strategies actually have to come to light, and see if they'll actually work or not for these guys.
Yeah, and let's pay attention to the 35 Judson Curtis. He's a really good racer. He's really fast and is very consistent. And when we went green after that last caution, he was in 4th place. He's currently right now sitting in 12th place, and it looks like he's not fighting anybody very hard. So I bet he's trying to use that tire saving strategy and like the 79 behind him, and just kind of letting people go, not fighting them too hard, and letting all these guys use up their tires.
Yeah, exactly. I saw him fall back on a couple of different instances, and I think he's playing that game absolutely. To see him drop back that far, that's unrealistic or uncharacteristic, I should say, of a driver of his caliber. Decent little
92's
fight here between the 92 and the 46 for a 5th place spot. As Tomasi's looking to the outside, Edwin Warren on the middle.
Tomasi's just so smart when it comes to doing this. He kind of leads you into a false sense of security. He's like, "Yeah, go ahead and take this pass, man. Wait, door, nope, come on, come take it, man." And you're just gonna sit there and burn up tire trying to pass him.
Yeah, and the other thing too with Tyler is, like you said, really good at all this stuff. And I know he did sign a contract to run part-time trucks and part-time Xfinity for the big boys in the real life NASCARs this season. But a bigger announcement, like you said before, is he's racing with us now. So I'm excited to pick his brain and hopefully get about as fast as he is.
Yeah, and looking back here in the back, 79 of Jordan Tross, he finally made that pass on the 35, and right as that happened, the 28 of Stephen Olette, he also made the pass too.
Yeah, it looked like Judson got a little loose. They got in the wall and exited too. As he's looking back to the inside.
Most
Edwin
of the
and
field
Tyler
now
still
just
going
kind
at
of,
it.
yeah, they are. That's like gonna say, most of the field seems like they're separated out a little bit, and everybody's just kind of trying to run their lines and play their strategy. But you have these 4 here who haven't let up on each other.
No, that's the thing, is if they were to keep it single file, they would obviously catch up to the leaders if they were batting a little harder, but they're basically creating that flux in the middle there with the air, and everybody that's behind them single file now, if they keep going side by side, eventually is going to end up catching them and either passing them or making it a 5, 6, maybe 8 car battle.
Yeah, it's just good to see that here 92 comes. He's going to use that 26 being in the way of the 46 to his advantage, try and make a pass there with that slower car.
Yeah, that's going to make it interesting because, like I said, these guys are going to be sitting here racing with all this side by side as, ooh, looks like the car behind him there, the 69, I believe there was, got loose.
Yeah, that'd be the 69 of Todd Brump from Canada, getting his car a little loose there on exit. Oh, as the 92 almost makes contact there at 46.
Ooh, Warren with a little bump to his teammate and give him a little go fast juice going in the corner entry there.
Yeah, that's going to push the 46 high and make him run that high line coming into that turn. He's going to probably try and use that to gain a little bit of speed on him, but it didn't seem like it worked out for him.
69 starting to catch a 60. Still got a 3-car battle here between these 3. We'll see how this plays out as Brandon Hitton's off to a half-second lead. Second and third there, you got Hunter Davis and Tom Rigger battling out, going 2 out of each other in the backstretch. As these 4 behind them are starting to get a little separated action.
Yeah, and this right here is going to be a pretty good battle. They're going to be fighting hard. 88, Hunter Davis. He's a really good driver, but also the same with 68. So they're going to sit there and fight tooth and nail to see who's going to get that position.
Yeah, and if these guys behind them are smart, they get single file. They catch up and they make it a little more interesting for everybody because with them racing 2x2 as well, it's just going to kind of leave a stalemate where no one's going to really gain anything on anybody.
Yeah, and it's good to see the 27 up there. He's got that lead. He's got a pretty comfortable lead right now. He's just going to sit up there, run his line, and use his strategy. But it's good to see him up front. Usually runs up front pretty good, but I'd like to see him be able to pull away from this and get a win.
Absolutely. We're coming to 5 to go for the next stage break. Let's see how many of these guys know that, how many of these guys try to push to get even more stage points.
Yeah, and as you say that, and they crossed that start-finish line, it looked like the 92 was off pace a little bit there.
Oh, putting a little bumper there to his teammate. Too tight, too loose, you never know. The 60 looking to capitalize, though.
Yeah, as we're getting close to the end of this stage, Earl, do you got a score update for us?
Let me pull it up.
As some of you might know, tonight is conference championships. Eagles were able to pull away with the win from the Washington Commanders, and now Kansas City is going to be battling out with the Buffalo Bills. So excited to see who.
Bills 22, Chiefs 21. Third quarter with 2:56 left in the quarter.
Man, that's a close battle there.
I need the Bills to win. I hate both of them, but I need the Bills to win.
I'm just ready to see somebody. The 92 getting into the wall. Man, that got him off pace a little bit. Let's see if he's able to get back up there as the 69 gets close to move.
Ooh, that was almost in a bumper.
Yeah, he almost went full wrecking ball on him.
Oh, one driver trying to avoid the wall, another driver trying to avoid a driver, one driver wanting to get a little clean air. That was a good exit. Coming to 2 laps of stage, we still have a battle going on here for the lead now between Hunter Davis and Brandon Hinton. See how this goes. They might have saved enough.
Coming across that start-finish line, they're going to have 1 lap to go until the end of the stage, so you know that they're going to be pushing it as hard as they can here. '88 used that low line to try and cut out some of that track, but the 27 is able to keep that momentum from running the high line.
88 keeping it inside. 27 keeping her high. See if we can get that momentum. 88 comes up for a little possible slide job. Let's see if we get any crisscross applesauce here. 88's going to go low and block. It's going to leave Hunter Davis winning the stage. Brandon Hinton right behind him. Thomas Ringer in third.
Yeah,
man, that was a good run. I think Hunter saved enough.
Yeah, absolutely. I imagine everybody's going to come in and get tired again, too. That was a really long green flag run.
Yeah, if I'm these guys and I didn't, especially like Jordan didn't come in for the first stage or after that caution, I'd be taking tires because if you're on them this long, you know how many laps you can go on them and how they'll feel if you keep racing the exact same. And then you'll have plenty to save for the end in case we get a couple of green whites and see how it goes.
Yeah, Jordan Tross, he definitely came in, but he didn't take tires. I think he came in just to take some fuel to make it this far in this stage because it's showing that he did pit on lap 16, which would have been with everybody else. But he did say over the radio that he didn't take tires, so I imagine he'll come in and take tires this time.
Absolutely. We will be right back with you guys as we go to a quick commercial break.
If you're having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you got some dough, 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. She's my whole asshole. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. I got the Route Patrol on the Cat Patrol. Those that wanna make sure that my casket's closed. The year's 94 and my trunk is raw. In my rear view is the motherfucking law. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Feel bad for you, son. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. But a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. But a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. 99, oh. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa. With holes in your Zappa toast, well, you'd celebrate the minute you was having dough. I'm from rags to riches, man, and I ain't dumb. I got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. If you got some dough, 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. He's my whole asshole. 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one.
My mind on my money on my mind, sipping on gin and juice. With so much drama in the LBC, it's hard being Snoop F-R-O-G-G. Raise off these nuts, 'cause you get none of these. I roll through the frog pond, feel the breeze. It's 2 in the morning and the party's still jumping, while you motherfuckers bounce to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to fabulous California at Auto Club Speedway, where we are coming to the green flag drop for the Stage 3 final run for these boys. I've been able to keep it pretty green so far with only one caution besides the stages. These guys are going to start getting close. They're going to start getting a little tighter, a little more aggravated, everybody. It's going to be a hell of a way to end the night, especially on a good race weekend. Christian, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, Not excited about going back to work tomorrow. I sure could use a vacation, but just glad to be here and watch this race with you guys.
What do you mean we are on vacation? We're in fabulous California.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful state. That's all I have to say about that.
Shout out to all the first responders that are fighting all the fires that are happening right now. As we're watching the middle of turn 4 here, pace car should be dropping. Drivers will be entering that Geico restart zone. And we'll be looking to see who wants to push in the beginning or who's going to play back a little bit, especially as we go through turns 1 and 2. Green is away, and a great jump there for Brandon hitting that 27 machine. Able to push out to a commanding lead going into 1.
Earl, throughout the race, you got to keep us updated on that score, man.
Will do.
I feel like Earl is Ollie from Family Guy, you know, and Ollie, how's the weather outside? It's raining out here. All right, thanks, Ollie.
Now back to Ollie with the weather. Ollie, it's raining sideways.
46, he's staying right up there behind 68 of Tom Ringer. 88 looks like he's kind of off pace a little bit. Probably just letting them tires get warmed up as they went in and pitted. Got new shoes, some Sunoco racing fuel, and you got to get back into their groove here.
54, Cody McCormick is back up in the mix as he's looking to go on the inside of the 88. See if he can make this stick going into 2, correction, into 3, and get another pass.
60 Brian Stosey, he's dropping low, trying to make a pass or something work on the 92 there. As we take a ride along here, the 88 on Hunter Davis, we can see the 54 of Cody McCormick there, and you can really hear how much they really have to lift going into these turns just so they can drop down to the bottom and stay on their lines.
Absolutely. Faster run, faster speeds, of course, means faster tire wear, but I think these guys are going to try to play it smart for these next 15, 20 laps if we don't get a caution. As it looks like the 79 gets in the back of the 26 there, difference in speed from those two. I'm sure the 26 might have cut loose.
Good close racing there.
Absolutely. This is the 60 of Brian Sosa makes it past the TRN boys he was battling. Oh, Zachary Reichel into the 79. Save it.
Oh, he saved
oh,
it.
the 8.
Oh, and then the 48
go
got into the back of the 8 there. And
48
caution is
into
going to
the
come
8.
out.
Caution is out.
So let's go ahead and go back and take a look at that. That was the 48 and the 8 were involved.
Jordan running his line. Zach, a little too much speed in the corner. Carries up into him. They get loose. Dad Dinda's unable to get off the throttle in enough time. And around 28.
And that's just unfortunate there. It's just one of those racing incidents. It's not being able to really tell when somebody's going to check up, and you think that you're going to be matching their speed, but sometimes it's just not enough time to react.
No, and these guys are all pretty tight racing here too, so something is bound to give eventually. Hopefully, went a little bit longer, but it happened on lap 52. Yeah, that's all it is racing right there. I doubt the 48 realized how much he had to slow down for those two in front of him either.
Absolutely, and with the 8 being directly in front of him, he probably wasn't able to see that he got into the 79 until it was just too late.
Absolutely. Looks like we have some takers for pit road.
Look at this replay. This was what brought out that first caution, that incident between the 67 and the 28.
I just think he was trying to avoid the wall. Looks like C7 was just trying to run his line. You never know.
But it does look like he was never able to recover from that, as he's still sitting 30 laps down.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for anybody, especially an early ruin night, but glad to see he was out here on track, and glad to see he was, hopefully he's having a little bit of fun before it happened.
Yeah, actually the 67 of Charles Connor, after that incident, he did leave the race, so he must have been done for the night. iRacing has that new update to where if you have over so many minutes of damage that they will not let you repair. It literally says on your screen, "We're done."
I have gotten that a few times before the update, but that's just because I'm an awful racer, but what do I know?
You know what it says when you get into a wreck, I guess. Just,
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Why do you think I'm so good at saving it?
And that's why we're broadcasting. So, brought to you by Accident Avoidance.
Clark Reinbolt Racing. We wreck. I think I might make that a slogan for our website now.
Yeah. At Clark Reinbolt Racing. What is it? It's the Looking at our truck schedule coming up, we just completed the Auto Club Speedway last night. That was an amazing race. But next week, trucks are going to be at Kansas Speedway. That's going to be an exciting race. I'm pretty excited to see that. That's going to be the last race that we have before we start our 4-week playoffs. And then looking at this Xfinity, I'm excited about the Xfinity Texas Motor Speedway next week. That is my favorite racetrack. It's also my home racetrack, so it's going to be fun to see that race. I wish that I could race it. I might even try to race it and broadcast at the same time, maybe. I don't know yet. But we got that last race, and then we're going to be going on to our 4-week playoff. What are your thoughts about the new playoffs that we got going on here in DES iRacing, Blake?
I'm excited. I think it's going to be interesting, especially these guys I know that watch the points real hard are going to be watching even harder just because they have that chance now to make it in, maybe make it in 8th, and then they can just push as hard as they need to. As we have the pace car off, drivers getting 2x2x2 all the way back as we enter the Geico restart zone. Green flag is up, and away we go with Tyler Tomasi taking them out of turn 4. Looking like a good jump from him, as well as the 54 of Cody McCormick. So yeah, these guys played into turn 1.
Yeah, that was a huge jump by him, but the 54 staying right up behind him there. Talking about the playoffs there, Blake, one of my favorite things of the way that DES has it set up is once those 8 make it to the playoffs, points are reset. Everybody's back on a even playing field. They're all going to be set back to 0. So they have 4 weeks to get as many points as possible, and it really takes away from if somebody comes into the playoffs and they have a 100-point lead. It completely gets rid of that, so it's going to be fun to watch.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how they decide to play with the rest of the field during those races, because those guys that aren't in the points don't care as much, obviously, as the guys that are. It's going to be playing different strategies. Some might be more aggressive than the others. Some might try to block for their teammates so these guys don't get more points. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited, though.
Yeah, you have people that aren't inside that 8 positions there that they're still going to go out there, and even though they're not really racing for anything, still trying to get a win is big for some of these guys.
Oh, I'm sure it's big for all these guys. I'd love nothing more than to get a win, especially in DES, but look at these guys as they're trying to stay 2 by here. 60 Brian Sosa, the 92 Edwin Warren on the outside as Max Dinda, or Dad Dinda, whoever's racing for him, looks on the inside of both of them.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be Jeff Dinda or if that's Max Dinda. If that's Jeff Dinda, he found a whole lot of speed somewhere.
I'm going to go ahead and say that maybe it was a driver swap at the break.
Yeah, that's usually how it's been going. Dad Dinda's been running for the first stage or 2, and then the son of Max Dinda, he picks it up a little bit later, and his dad did a really good job of keeping him out of trouble. Doesn't get into any kind of wrecks. We did see a small incident earlier, but he's able to keep him on the lead lap and give the son enough position to where he's able to catch up and make something out of something. Riding along the 48 here, if you look back behind him, where we're looking now, you got the 88 Hunter Davis battling for position with the 60 as the 92 is going to try and drop down and take a spot away from the 88 there.
Max must be on rails because it looks like he's pulling away from that pack, catching the leaders.
Absolutely, he's trying to gain as much ground as he can if he missed the first 2 stages. And
then 26 into the back of the 79 there.
his reply on the radio was just, yeah. Jordan Tross last night in the truck race here. He kind of just had an unfortunate night, kept getting collected up into incidents that he was just an innocent bystander in, and it looks like tonight he's kind of having a little bit of trouble as a couple cars have gotten into his back bumper there and taken him off the race pace. 68 trying to make a move, going to cut up in front of the 27 there, running on the outside of the 48.
Didn't know what the run was on the inside.
Yeah, looking up at the top of the screen, Tyler Massey in that 46 Ford, he's got quite a big gap on the 54.
Yeah, with him pulling away from everybody, he's going to keep going, especially once these guys start catching second and third and they start trying to race each other too wide. He's going to be out there all by himself, clean air, no one around him, and he'll just be gone.
Yeah, the only issue I see with some of that is he's got nobody in front of him cutting any of that air off of his nose, so he's going to be burning quite a bit of fuel. He does. Oh, the 54 gets into the back of the 68. Caution is going to come out. Let's see if he can keep it out of the wall. There we go. That's unfortunate for him, but does look like he's not going to have any major damage. Let's go back and see what happened, Blake. These guys.
I don't think Cody was expecting to sit that low.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I honestly think Cody thought he was going to be closer to the wall off the exit than he was.
Yeah, it looks like he just kind of misjudged the space there.
Yeah, I mean, you could see his gloves in there, and he was still keeping her to the left a little bit, and until they made contact, he had a quick jolt to the right, but that's it. I mean, that's just him running his line. I'm sure he thought he was going to be a little more spacious than that, closer to the wall, but that's how it goes.
We'll be right back after this word from Polygrip.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Fontana, California at the Auto Club Speedway for the Golden State 300 DES Xfinity, brought to you by Demon Broadcasting and Rheinbolt Designs as we go lights out on the pace car coming around to the backstretch. Christian, I'm excited to see how these last 45 laps play out, 44 laps. I think, from the way it's looking for the most part, I think we might have a pretty strong chance at a long green flag run here.
Absolutely, these guys have been running really good. This is only our second wreck caused caution, and I don't foresee a lot of that happening tonight. Maybe later on when we get close to getting to the checkered flag, and some of these guys are going to be battling for position. But these guys have been keeping it pretty clean so far.
Well, let's
Earl,
go
what
to
do
the
you think?
fortune teller himself, Earl. What do you think?
What?
How do you think this?
All
Do you
right.
think it's gonna be a long green flag run, or you think it's gonna be cautions?
22, 21, 12, 20 left in the game. Kansas City got the ball. Oh, it's a race going on? Oh, let me switch mode.
The formerly TikTok famous Earl there watching the game over the race. Don't blame him too much. Hopefully the Bills are up. Pace car is in. Drivers are about to enter the Geico restart zone. Let's see where they go.
You know, I was watching some of that Joe Rogan podcast, and it came on a commercial for that app you can go on and doing some of that sports betting, and it talked about having $200 if you sign up using code Rogan or whatever. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll try and do some of that. You can't do it in my state. It is illegal here, apparently.
They just passed it in Missouri.
Just get one of those VPNs that says you're in a different state.
Absolutely. And then you watch Rogan, and he comes up with a commercial about ExpressVPN. So I was like, oh, that's how they're going to get me. I got to pay for ExpressVPN so that way I can get $200 free on that betting site.
And I'll send you some bologna sandwiches when they put you in prison.
Absolutely. There you go. I love bologna. 26.
You won't be getting much bologna at the prison you'll be going to, as these guys are battling here.
I'll sneak some bologna in. I don't care. 79. He's pushing on the inside of the 92 there. Oh, they almost get into there. Oh, our producer just been in here making me laugh. Sorry about that, guys. But got a 3 wide situation here. We got 79 Jordan Charles on the inside, the 8 in the middle, 69 of Todd Braun. He's going to be on the outside. Jordan Charles dropping way down to the bottom of the track, trying to get a good run on the 60 there.
Ooh, 60 almost gets up into 69. 54 looks a little slow off pace in the 69 and 28.
Sean Dion, he looked like he might have been trying to get a piece of that action there, trying to get caught up with the rest of the pack.
Looking at scoring here, Tyler Tomasi's off to a decent lead again, but Max Denda is not far away.
Yeah, it's wild to see how much ground he's been able to make up and get all the way up there into second place.
And need Wreckham Warren to get up there in the front if he want any hope of making the playoffs.
Yeah, he's currently sitting in 14th place, and he's going to have to get a win and top 3 in the next race. Oh, he almost gets into the 54 there.
I don't even understand how that just happened.
It looked like he almost got into the 54 checked up because he might have been washing up the track, and 92 had to check up and did a good job avoiding him there. Everybody seems like they're starting to catch up to our leader there, the 46 of Tyler Tomasi. Is it Tomasi? Tomasi? I think it's Tomasi.
We should know. We signed him.
I know, right? I just assumed, and that's on me. That's on me. My bad.
Well, Christian,
sorry.
you know what happens when we assume. It's a 48 looking
Absolutely.
low on the 68 ringer. They're still sitting there together. Oh, they almost touched there. Clear, not clear. As the 68 Thomas Ringer's looking at the inside of the 46 Todd Tomasi. I guarantee you, these guys are pushing a lot harder than Tomasi, and Tomasi and Jordan are trying to save. I think once Jordan gets maybe around them, they'll be on the same idea. As they're both looking to go around the 48 of Max Denda here, of course, after I say that.
Yeah, well, I think what happened there was the 48. He just kind of got slowed down by Tomasi, who probably still working on a good strategy there. And the 79 said, well, if you're going to stay behind the slower car, I'm going to go ahead and take that away from you. Tyler Tomasi also, his last pit stop was on lap 46, and everybody around him, you look at Jordan Tross, he pitted on lap 63. Thomas Ringer pitted on lap 63. Max Dinda, he pitted on lap 53. So they all have a lot fresher tires than him, and so you can really tell how much he's been saving his tires, being able to really keep a good pace up there with those guys.
Yeah, absolutely. As we watch the 69 here try to make a pass on Max Denda in the 48 on the inside. Maybe go for a 2-for-1 special to get past Tyler Tomasi in that 46 Mustang as well.
I think Tyler Tomasi, he's probably going to wait until probably about lap 80, maybe 75, go in, take tires, or he's just going to wait until the leader goes in and pit with them. Looking here at 69 of our token Canadian of Paul Perron. He's worked his way all the way up into third place there.
I like how he's a token Canadian, as Jordan Tross normally is winning or coming close if he's not involved in a non-at-fault accident, and he's also Canadian.
Touchdown, Chiefs.
Oh, shoot. Chiefs trying to put some work on the Bills there. What are we at now? We're going to be at
Earl, what's the score?
28-22?
27-22 with the extra point. Are they going for 2? They keep showing Taylor Swift, and I'm getting throw up in my mouth.
Hey, come on now, Earl, just shake it off.
Shake it off. I was just about to say that. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. 35 Judson Curtis. He's trying to make a move up there, staying right behind the 48.
I like it. These guys are starting to fan out a little bit. Means we're going to have a long green flag round.
Yeah, I bet most of these guys are going to be looking at trying to pit soon. But if you look at first, second, and third, they only have 11 laps on their tires, whereas Tyler Tomasi has 48 laps. Max Denda, he's got 21 laps on their tires. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys try to do for pit strategy. You know, if a caution comes out, they're all definitely going to go in and get some new shoes on, but I don't know if how many of them are actually going to pit if we stay green for the rest of the way.
I see everybody coming in around maybe lap 85, lap 90, if not earlier. If they do come in on a green flag run, we'll see if we can make it there.
I know I ran a practice race here the other day with some of the 48 right there. He gets a little loose. Not really sure what happened there, but it was a good save by him. Looks like he's going to be able to keep up on the pace too, staying right there with the 27.
I'm gonna say if he's getting loose like that on a straight, he might have got the bumper from somebody or came up on somebody.
Yeah, let's look at the view of the 27. Yeah, 27 just kind of gets into his bumper there and gets him loose, but that's unfortunate. But as long as at least he was able to keep it clean and get back on track safely.
Like a great man once said, he's probably saying as well, I was just trying to rattle his cage.
Didn't mean to wreck him. I was just trying to rattle his cage.
Tyler Tomasi, Judson Curtis battling her out here for 6th and 7th.
You know, Tomasi's probably in that cockpit just hoping that a caution comes out.
I don't know if he's hoping, because he really hasn't lost too much. He's lost a decent amount, but nothing he can't get back. He might just be saying, if we're not going to go now, go ahead and keep it green the whole way. Jordan looking to make a pass on Tom for the lead. See if they can make that low line stick. I don't know, with Ringer taking that high line, that momentum might be able to carry him at least to Jordan's bumper if Jordan clears him here.
Jordan's able to clear him here. If 68 drops low and tries to do a little bit of slide job on him, he might be able to get his position back, but it looks like they're just going to stay there on the high line. They both race for Rat Fink Racing, so you know they're going to be clean and respectful to each other.
Absolutely. These guys 100% get what it means to be a team, and if you're faster, hey, we'll let you go around. We'll go ahead and take care of whoever's behind you for you. This currently looks like it's a 69 at Todd Perrant. Let's see if we can catch these guys up here.
Yeah, it looks actually right now we got first, second, and third are all going to be drivers for Rat Fink.
Three drivers, same team, 3 different entries. I love it.
Yeah, everybody has their own. Sorry, I'm listening to the radio there. We got a couple guys trying to go in and pit here on lap 80 of 110. Sounds like we got the 35. He's going to be pitting. Got the 92. He's going to be pitting. The 8 of Zach Reichel. He's going to be pitting. 26 going into the pits. See, and there we go. We got the 46 of Tyler Tomasi. He's going to be pitting. Followed by the 27, 48 of Max Dinda. The 88 of Hunter Davis. Judson Curtis on the radio. He's saying that he's coming into pit. Those guys up in front, though, they still should have pretty good laps on their tires. Looking at the leader of Jordan Tross, he's only on 17 laps on his tires. And like I was saying earlier, I came and I did a practice race. It was only a 50-lap race, but I know that after 15 laps, you could really start feeling the tire wear there. As we see these guys coming off pit road there, 27 looks like he's going to be able to beat the 46 off of pit road. Got the 8 coming out now. What are your thoughts on that there, Blake? Them pitting on lap 80, but the leader staying out.
I think it's a lot like the strategy we saw last night. It's a little risky because you're banking on possibly getting a caution if you're out. If you came in, you're just hoping it stays green the rest of the way. Like Jordan Tross, he could make it the rest of the way, honestly, if he wanted to. So it might not work at all for some of these guys.
Yeah, but only having 17 laps left, do you think some of these guys that went into the pits are going to have enough time to catch back up?
I don't know. We'll talk more about it after the commercial break of Christian as we go to a quick one.
That he fell. Whoa, I'm not driving. I'm way too stoned. How are you feeling, beer?
Oh, since we had that talk, I'm not driving tonight at all.
What about you, Dave?
You only had a couple of drinks.
And only a couple of puffs.
Drink and drive. No way I'm getting behind the wheel when I smoked weed, too.
Ooh, Edwin Warden get a little bit loose.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to DES iRacing Xfinity Series at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Still underway here as the leaders are just doing their thing out there in the front. Everyone that just came in is, of course, going to try to get around the field, get back in the lead lap. A lot of these guys I know now are begging for a caution one way or another.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Oh, touchdown, Buffalo. Let's get going. Looking here, man, it looks like we only got 6 cars on the lead lap. Everybody else from 7th on down to where are we at here? And from 7th to 17th have all went in to take tires. The only ones that haven't came in, you got Chris Wagner. He's sitting in P6. Tyler Honeycutt in 5th. Stephen Olette in 4th. Tom Ringer in 3rd. Todd Broughton second, and your leader of 79 is Jordan Tross.
Jordan's out there pretty good too on a commanding 1.5-second lead. I don't know if these guys that pitted are gonna have played the right strategy, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, but if you look at their lap times, the crazy thing is Jordan Tross, he didn't pit, but he just set the fastest lap. Nope, he had the fastest lap early on lap 17, but that was a lap 17 was a 40.1, 19 was a 40.66, and then he's been running in the high 41s, and he just ran a 40.1. So
what's 7th place Tyler Tomasi first car lap down running? Because it'd be interesting to see just how much those fresh tires are making a difference, especially after he has a couple laps on them.
Yeah, his last lap just now is a 41.3. So he, after coming off pits, he had a 41.3, 41.3, 41.1, and a 41.3. So he's staying consistent, but he's also running pretty much the same that our race leader's running, and the race leader has 20 extra laps on his tires.
Well, him and Max are about to catch 3rd place Thomas Ringer here, so is 27 of Brandon Hitton. So, I mean, these guys are making their way around the track a little faster. They're going to try to get back on that lead lap if they can. I don't know if they're going to have enough time to get all the way back around or not, but I'm sure they're all hoping for a caution.
Yeah, it's definitely playing into their strategy here. You can definitely see that. Oh, it's 46. He's dropping low, going to try and make a forward pass in the middle 3 wide, and he's able to get 2 positions for 1. Here on the radio, our race leader of the 79, Jordan Tross, he's going to be coming into the pits, followed by the 28 of Stephen Ouellette.
I expect to see the rest of those guys that stayed out probably follow him as well, if not coming on the next lap.
Yeah, imagine all them guys up front. They were just trying to see what the race leader was going to do. Now that all 4 of them are going to be coming down pit road, 79 Jordan Tross probably banking on a caution coming out, but wasn't able to get it. So now he has no choice but to come in for some new shoes and probably get a little bit of Sunoco racing fuel.
Knowing him, I'm probably going to say he doesn't need it. I guarantee he's still running on the same amount of fuel he had when he started this race, knowing him.
Yeah, coming into stage 1, he didn't take tires. He went in, topped off, got completely full on fuel, and then he was able to pit 25 laps ago, got new tires, and got filled up on fuel. So he probably would be able to make it the way he's able to save.
Look at this, because Tyler Tomasi was the first car lap down. I should put him in the lead or close to the lead if everybody else is coming in.
Yeah, currently right now it's scoring him in 7th, but I don't know if it's caught him up from passing the race leader. Tom Ringer didn't go into the pits. Out of all the 4 that were running up front on them old tires, Ringer was the only one that didn't go in.
Some of the top 2 is still on older tires, 26 laps on them. That's probably going to be enough to keep some of these guys at bay, but once they start getting real loose, that's going to be an issue, as the 48 and the 35 are correct. Yeah, it looks like those 2 are battling it out pretty good here.
Yeah, as we start lap 91 out of 110, looking like we got 20 laps left to go. Tom Ringer has a 10-second lead on 2nd place, that's 77 of Wagner. I have a feeling that Tom Ringer, he's going to be slowing down and falling off pace a little bit. Looking at his lap times here, he is slowing a little bit. He's now running pretty close to 43-second laps. So Tyler Tomasi worked his way back up because of all them green flag stops. He's back up into 3rd. And he's still running. Chris Wagner currently in 2nd place. He's going into the pits now, Blake.
That's just going to give Ringer a 35-second lead over 2nd place Tyler Tomasi. Let's see if he can keep it out, because I know Tomasi's going to be on a pretty good hard run here. So is Max Dinda. Expect to see Judson running the same, Hinton as well, trying to get back up there. And Jordan really going to be pushing hard to go from 7th to 1st if he can.
Yeah, if Tyler Tomasi, looking at his lap times, if he's able to stay consistent right now, he's actually getting faster. He just ran a 41.6, and he's been running about 41.7. That 1/10 can mean a lot when the guy that you're trying to catch up to, of Tom Ringer, he's running almost 23-second laps. So he should be gaining on him here. I just don't know if he's going to have enough time to get it done.
He might, if these guys right here would stick together three wide right now, or not three wide, but single file, and just try to catch up to him instead of doing this where they're slowing themselves down. They'd have a pretty good shot, I think.
Yeah, they could really work together and try and push each other up there, so that way they can all try and catch that leader instead of trying to battle it out. But it's really hard to give up position or try and work with each other and people that aren't on your team, especially when you're hungry for that win with playoffs right around the corner.
Absolutely. These guys are looking like they gained 2 seconds on Thomas Ringer even while they're battling. So Ringer might be slowing down a little more than he's anticipating for, or he might just be hoping that these guys use everything up trying to catch him.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, with Matthew's times actually getting quicker. Now that he's battling, he lost half a second.
Yeah, Jordan Trout's looking to go to the outside there to get up there in the third. Max is holding him off. They're gaining quickly on Ringers. I wonder if he's one in the pits.
There we go. Our race leader of Tom's Ringer, he's going into the pits there, and that's going to put Jordan Tross back in the lead as he just made a pass on the 46.
I'm excited to see that with 15 to go. You're going to have Jordan trying to get a good run out there. Tomasi and Max trying to catch up to him. Don't count out Judson or Hinton just because those guys will be pushing as well. These guys could easily work back to catch Jordan in no time.
Yeah, you got to really watch that 27. He's got the speed and he's got the ability to where he can be just sitting back there hanging behind that 35, and next thing we know, he's going to be up there trying to run down that 48. As all these guys get single file here, they're all running different lines, kind of on different strategies, so they're probably going to split up in this turn here, but getting in that single file line when you're getting on the straights here is really going to give them some speed.
I'm really
tied up. Kansas City driving. 3 minute 42 seconds. Third and goal. Kansas City with the ball.
3 minutes is a long time in a football game, so if they're third and goal and they get the score here, that's going to be plenty of time for the Bills to be able to try and rally together and give an answer back to the Chiefs.
Christian, something I'm curious about thinking about it. Jordan came in on that first stage to take fuel. I wonder if he's had to take fuel since, because if not, I wonder if that much weight will make that much of a difference for these cars as he has out to a 1.5 second lead.
Yeah, absolutely. If he has his auto fuel on when he went in for that last pit stop, it would have only given him enough fuel to finish the race instead of giving him full 20 gallons that these cars can hold. So that extra weight would be a factor, but I doubt he got that much fuel. Probably just enough to carry him onto the checkered flag.
Also, I mean, if he came in and got it on stage one, I wonder how many laps that gave him when he had to come back in, and if he even needed to take fuel with the way he was able to kind of just keep a decent run together, not pushing too hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many laps you can get at this racetrack with full tank 20 gallons, but yeah, that definitely plays into it with the weight distribution and just being a heavier car.
(32-29) Kansas City. They held them to a field goal.
Kansas
I'm hoping
City,
these Bills come.
Man.
Ooh, Tomasi dropping it right there on the 28.
Yeah, he did. He really cut the nose off the 28 there. 28 looks like he's trying to answer back, and he said, "No, sir, that's my position."
Good three-wide battle happening between these drivers here. Jordan Trout now with a 2.5 second lead. He's pushing.
Yeah, as they're coming on the backstretch to this time by, we're going to be 11 to go here. Going to be starting lap 100 of 110. Pretty much, it looks like we're just going to be looking here at the back in this pack right here, see what these guys are going to try and get done. But you look back there, 9th place, 9th, 10th, and 11th, they're all running right there close to each other, and they're going to be trying to finish this race with a top 10 finish as the 48 gets into the wall there.
Looking at the inside on that 28 of Stephen Ouellette.
We have something here. I don't know what that is. Okay.
I thought that was on my end. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, me
Christian.
too. I was concerned. I was like, what's going on with my internet? But if you look back here in 10th position, Thomas Bringer, he's actually in a pretty good battle with the 88 of Hunter Davis. Hunter Davis trying to take that 9th position away from Ringer. Well, meanwhile, the 26 of David White, he's trying to secure a top 10 finish. .35 Judson Curtis, he's been running good all night. He's currently sitting in 4th place.
Jordan's lead's dropped about half a second. I wonder if he's used up too much and all these other guys were saving a little bit harder, but he's out to a pretty good lead with 9 to go. I don't know if anybody's going to be able to catch him, honestly.
Yeah, this stage in the race, I don't know if anybody's actually been trying to save or if everybody's just been trying to run it as hard as they can. And Jordan Tross was able to get a good lead out there and didn't have anybody who's slowing him down, fighting for position. So these 4 guys that were fighting for position there, kind of just slowing each other down and letting Jordan Tross just run away with it.
Yeah, that's one thing as a racer's mentality you hate is you don't want to go up the position, but you know what's happening, so you kind of have to play that risk factor of is it worth it, is it not? And these guys, since they gotten fanned out, that lead's dropped a decent chunk. So I think these guys may have finally figured out who's fastest where. Some guys may have just backed out to try to save to the end, and let's look to see them push pretty hard as that 3-way battle we're talking about for the top 10 finish is heating up as a 26 gets around 68 of Thomas Ringer. Hunter Davis going up to 9th now. Looks like he's getting a little bit of gap on him there as we're coming across start finish with 7 to go.
Yeah, it looks like the 26 was able to get it done and get into that top 10, scoring a little bit more points coming to the ending laps here. We're about to finish up lap 103 of 110 and got 27. He's trying to make a move on the 46 here.
Todd Perrott from Canada in 2nd place.
Yeah, he's currently running 2nd. He's been able to drop that gap from 2.5 seconds to under 2 seconds. So he's gaining on him. I just don't know if he's going to be able to have enough speed or enough time to get it done here, Earl.
He was gaining until he hit the wall when he heard Earl say his name.
It's almost like magic. It's like the guy in the Ridiculous Six. Are you a wizard?
Yeah, I hate that I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, I speak fluent movie quotes, so a lot of the things I say I get from silly movies that just get stuck in my head, and
Here's
it
a
just
fun
comes out.
fact. The producer haven't watched a movie since Ghostbusters.
Which Ghostbusters?
1.
Oh.
So since that was new, or since
it was new.
What is wrong with that man?
A lot.
Too bad he's not here to defend himself, because now everybody's gonna believe it. He hasn't watched the movie since Blockbuster closed down. That's unfortunate.
Yep.
27 of Brandon Hinton. He looks like he's almost able to make that pass. He does have a nose sticking out there in front of the 46 rather. But man, they are fighting hard to keep the positions that they have.
They get it.
Oh, and they get into it.
Say it, boys. they're able to save it, keep it off the wall, just into each other.
And that's unfortunate. That's just some hard racing there. I know this 27. He's really respectful. He didn't do anything malicious there. He just kind of that was net code. Go back and look at that.
I
That
say
wasn't
I don't think he
anybody's
was
fault.
expecting him to come low like that on corner entry.
Keep going back a little bit. That looked to me like net code. They got close. Yeah.
No, he
Wow.
touched him.
I think he touched him. Yeah, let's go back live as we got 4 to go.
I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, it's unfortunate racing.
That's just
incident.
mistaking corner entry of another driver. It happens a lot. Steve
Can
Ouellet trying to
Todd
make a run
Perront from
compact.
Canada hold that second position?
Steven going to the inside on him. Let's see if we can make it stick.
He's able to maintain that second place up to this point, crossing the finish line. He's able to hold off 28 of Stephen Ouellet.
Two-minute warning. Buffalo got the ball, 4th and 5. Here's the game right here.
Yeah, Buffalo's not able to convert and get that first down. Kansas City's they're going to be able to hold it off there. As our producer, whatever he was just saying, I don't know. He sounded like a robot. I couldn't understand him.
That's the game. Kansas City won.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, flag on.
I thought you said there was 2 minutes left.
Yeah, but they had a 4th and 5.
Ball back. Yeah, it's over if Kansas gets the ball back.
Here we go. 2 laps to go. Got a good battle here for second. Stephen Ouellet, he's not letting up. We also got a good battle. Max Dinda, he's trying to make a pass on Judson Curtis.
It's crazy to me. Tyler Tomasi and Brandon Hitton are still close to each other in 6th and 7th. They didn't lose it. They kept it going. That was a good job of both of them.
Jordan Tross just up there all by himself on this final lap.
Cheater.
Yeah, he must have those extra strength grip tires on and added fuel, less weight, as he's up to a 2.5 second lead over Todd Perront in second, as he's looking to keep that position away from Stephen Ouellet. Ouellet going to be looking for a run here on the backstretch. See if we can make anything stick.
Stephen Ouellet, he's probably going to drop low, drive it down there in that turn, giving it everything he's got, trying to complete that pass.
Todd into the wall.
Todd into the wall.
He's still
Todd
against
into
the wall.
He's still going. Oh, look at that.
Man, he was able to save it, but Stephen Ouellet was able to take that from him.
He gave that position away.
That's a shame for him. Had a great run though. Like I said, Jordan Tross in first, Stephen Ouellet in second at 28, 69 Todd Perront in third, Max Dinda fourth, rounding out your top 5, Judson Curtis and then Tyler Tomasi, Brandon Hitton, Brian Sosa, Hunter Davis getting it, David White getting it as well, finishes out your top 10.
Absolutely. Can we go to the 48 and back it up? He crashed right there right after the start finish line. I want to see what happened with him there.
I'm going to go ahead and say all gas, no brakes into the turn 1 entry.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Oh, he's trying to test out that new Tokyo Drift DLC that iRacing came out with. That's what happened with me earlier in an official race. But there's our race winner, the 79 Jordan Tross.
See if he goes and burns him down.
Jordan Tross races for Ratfink Racing. had a Rat Fink Racing number 4 Chuck Burley. Was he was able to secure the win last night in the Truck Series. Good to see another Rat Fink up here.
What's up?
Todd Pront, strong third place finish. Had a great run for second place. I gotta ask you, how you feeling after tapping the wall coming out on exit there 4?
Oh, a little bummed. I held him off as long as I could and got tight and touched a wall and he tapped me but well, I'm satisfied with a third. That was a hard night.
You guys are putting on a great show for us, so I appreciate it, man. That was a great run. I was rooting for you to get that second spot.
Yeah, it wasn't of a lack of trying, so I'm just good. Congratulations to Jordan and Ratfink. If Tom wouldn't have got spun earlier, we could have had a 3 in the top 5 for sure. So
Yeah, thanks again. Good race, man. And I was pulling for the Ratfin guys to be top 3 like that, especially after coming off the momentum one from last night. Like, thanks again for putting on a good show for us.
yep, thank you all for what y'all do. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good to see the 69 up here in top 3. He's been battling pretty hard all season and all 3 of the series that we have with the next gen, the truck races and this. So it's good to see him up here.
He's up in the top channel if you want to talk to him first. Budgie2112.
Killing me on the
Stephen
Yeah, I'm here.
Ouellette, man, congratulations on your second place win, man. You were battling pretty hard with the 69 there until he got up into the wall.
Yeah,
What
then he
did
got
you
into me.
Yeah, and then he got into you a little bit there, man. So what walk us through that last little battle there.
The last 10 laps, me and him were battling. I mean, I was slipping and sliding, and I was being blocked earlier, and I was fast on the outside.
Yeah, that outside you can really keep that momentum, and we were able to see you work it and be able to use it, man. So this track, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
How's the tire wear out there?
it was okay. Me, Jordan, and Todd, we all pitted like 10 laps after everybody else did. That's why we were faster.
Yeah, it seems like you played that into your strategy and it worked out, man. Well, congratulations on your second place finish there. You have anybody you want to shout out?
No, nobody really. I mean, nobody's watching on my end.
Well, man, I appreciate the hard the hard battle there, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's go to our race winner, Jordan Tross. Jordan, congratulations. How you feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Glad it finally went green to the end there. That was a fun race.
Man, I heard that right there. You said I can't believe that I was able to make this out of a or make the end of this race with a 0x. You seem like you had a pretty hard weekend here, so it's got to feel pretty good to be able to finish this race clean.
Yeah. I mean, had a few points in this race where I was almost involved in some accidents, but managed to overall keep the car straight and keep it going. Definitely had some tire saving plays in there and saved an extra set by not taking any tires on the first stage, and it sure came in handy at the end for that off strategy that Ratfink pulled.
Jordan, I gotta ask. I'm hearing some rumors here that you might have had a little post race incident with the 92 of Edwin Warren. You have anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, I don't really know what he's talking about. We'll probably review it later when we talk to each other, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I ever made any contact with his car, so I'll have to see what he's talking about.
You guys had a really tight race and really good show. I mean, everybody all around it. It was fun to see this thing go green as long as it did. And once again, congrats to you and the Ratfing boys. Anybody you want to shout out?
I'll definitely want to shout out the team because we swept all 3 races this weekend between Chuck and I, and also had a bunch of podium finishes with Todd and Tom. Tom unfortunately didn't have an extra set of tires there at the end, so he fell back a bit. But we had a strong running tonight with another 2 on the podium. And shout out to anyone watching who's fans of the broadcast.
Yeah, real quick, I just want to say that it was looking there for a while like we were gonna have a 1, 2, 3 rat fink, and then there at the end, like you said, you had that extra set of tires. But what were you able to do there to where you're able to gain a 2 second lead there at the very end?
Oh, it's just all the tire difference. And I mean, I probably could have pulled a little extra at the end, but there's no reason to push any harder when you have that big of a gap. It's just managing it and saving your tires and not wrecking yourself doing it.
Congratulations on your win tonight, man.
Thank you very much. Thanks to the broadcast, guys.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the Golden State 300 presented by DES Demon Broadcast Ramble Designs. Thank you everybody for coming out. Thanks once again. Thanks to all these drivers. Put on a great show for us tonight.
Yeah, big shout out to all the drivers out there. They work pretty hard, get a bunch of practice in during the week so they can put on a good show and really fight. And so all the people that watched, make sure you check in next week. It's going to be our last races of the regular season before we go to our playoffs.
It's Texas, baby. Once again, everybody, on behalf of my partner up here in the booth between Christian and Grumpy, or Earl as everybody calls him sometimes when he's in a good mood. Thank you. Have a good night.